If heaven had gates made of stone and money, they'd look exactly like Crownleigh Academy. The car rolled through iron bars taller than a house, and beyond them everything gleamed, the glass, the ivy, even the air. The kind of place that smelled like rain and legacy. I watched the campus unfold through the tinted window, marble fountains, old spires, lawns so perfectly trimmed it felt almost unreal. Crownleigh wasn't just a school, it was a monument to control. Power disguised as tradition. The driver stopped in front of the main hall, and I caught my reflection in the car window, calm expression, posture straight, eyes steady. Kate Monreau. That's who I was now. Just another name. Just another girl. Inside, the halls were silent except for the faint echo of heels against polished marble. Everything here whispered of old money and reputation, the kind that could ruin someone with a single rumor. I wasn't afraid of not fitting in. I was afraid of being recognized. The envelope in my hand read Dormitory West, Suite 304. The dorm corridor smelled faintly of cedar and expensive perfume. Portraits of past graduates lined the walls, faces painted in oils, all wearing the same proud, secretive expression. When I found my door, a cheerful voice exploded beside me. "Oh, hi. You must be new." I turned just as a girl bounced out of the next suite, wearing a glittery headband and a blazer with doodles on the cuffs. Her hair shimmered in shades of pink and gold, and she smiled like sunlight. "I'm Mia. Next door." I'd say welcome to Crownleigh, but honestly, this place is a little terrifying at first. Oh my god, I love your vibe. Kinda mysterious. Like the transfer student who's secretly a princess or something. I froze for half a heartbeat. Then forced a smile. Yeah. Something like that. Mia gasped dramatically. "Oh, I like you already." By the time the bell chimed for the welcome dinner, Crownleigh was painted in gold. The chandeliers in the great hall glittered like constellations, and long tables stretched under them, perfectly set with silver and crystal. Even the candles burned with quiet discipline. I walked beside Mia, trying not to stare too much. Everything about this place felt like a performance, the way students laughed just loud enough, the subtle nods of recognition, the small wars of posture and glances. "This is the official start of term dinner," Mia whispered. "Everyone who's anyone is here." Translation: try not to trip. "Oh, and don't talk to the senior boys unless you want to lose your sanity." Noted. She grinned. "Especially him." I followed her gaze before I could stop myself, and that. As when I saw him sitting halfway down the table, surrounded by people who clearly revolved around him. Like planets, was a boy with dark hair and impossible confidence. His uniform blazer was open at the collar, his tie loose, posture relaxed in a way that defied every rule written on the academy walls. But it was his eyes that caught me, sharp, green, alive with a kind of danger that made it hard to breathe. For a moment, the noise in the hall faded. I didn't even realize I was staring until he looked up, right at me. It wasn't an accident. He saw me. Really saw me. His mouth curved into the faintest smirk, the kind that wasn't exactly friendly, but promised trouble. Mia leaned closer, muttering under her breath, "That's Theo Gray." "Don't even think about it." I blinked. "Why?" "Because he's, well, Theo. The academy's golden boy. Captain of the fencing team, top of his class, son of some investor who basically owns half the continent. And, according to local legend, a heartbreaker with a waiting list." I forced my gaze away, focusing on the polished fork beside my plate. Noted again. "Seriously, Kate. He's trouble." She wasn't wrong. Trouble practically radiated off him. But my pulse still jumped when his eyes found mine again across the hall, bold, curious, like he was already trying to figure me out. Then the doors at the end of the room opened with a low creak, and everyone stood. A tall man entered, dressed in a dark suit that looked older than the building itself. His hair was silver, his gaze sharp as a blade. "Mr. Taylor," Mia whispered. "Headmaster. Don't let the grandfather look fool you, he could scare a ghost." Mr. Taylor walked to the front of the room, stopping beneath the academy's crest, a silver crown wrapped in ivy. "Welcome back, students," he began, his voice calm but commanding. "And to those joining us for the first time, may Crownleigh shape you into something greater than yourselves." The words echoed through the hall like a promise and a warning all at once. I kept my expression neutral, but inside, a thought whispered, "I've already been shaped." I just hope no one here ever learns by what. Across the table, Theo lifted his glass slightly, still watching me. The smirk deepened. And just like that, I knew my plan to stay invisible was already slipping through my fingers. Morning sunlight spilled through the tall windows, golden and arrogant, as if even the sun had money here. I spent the first hours unpacking, arranging my things with the same precision I used to hide secrets, everything in its place, nothing revealing who I really was. Mia kept darting in and out, humming some pop song and talking a mile a minute about clubs, uniforms, and the boy who once got expelled for setting off fireworks during exams. By lunch, I'd learned two things: Mia could talk forever without breathing, and Crownleigh's cafeteria food looked like something from a royal banquet. "You're going to love our first class," she said, linking her arm through mine as we left the dining hall. "Professor Langford. He's ancient, terrifying, and the only reason half the students don't fail is because he secretly adores chaos." "Sounds charming," Mia grinned. "Oh, he is. Wait until you see the class. Everyone sits like they're auditioning for the next elite magazine cover." She wasn't wrong. When we entered the room, it went quiet for a second, that sharp, assessing silence people use when they decide who's worth their time. I could feel the eyes. Not all of them kind. At the back, a boy leaned against his desk, smirking. His hair was perfectly styled, his tie loose, the kind of confidence that always hides something meaner underneath. "Well, look who brought a rainbow to class," he said, eyes flicking from Mia's pink streaks to me. "Guess the new girl's just as weird as her neighbor." Mia stiffened beside me. I saw the flash of embarrassment in her eyes, small and fast, before she masked it with a laugh. I set my bag down slowly. "Strange," I said, my voice even. "You speak like someone who thinks being forgettable is a choice."